A lot of us have negative thoughts about ourselves because how other people feel or because how other people treated us or things other people said, and you have to knock that off and you have to really create some type of kinetic barrier, some energy shield that blocks off all the negativity, because you can't live your life based on how somebody else perceives you, how they think about you, or what they said. You know, words are just words, depending on where they're coming from. you know let's say your friend's a famous celebrity and they say something bad against you. The words are going to impact harder because that person is successful, they're famous, and they have a lot, they have a lot of things going on, rather than somebody else who is in an economically defunct position or whatever, or you can tell they're just throwing arrows just to throw arrows. A lot of us are in this position because the way we perceive the world, or the way the world perceived us, whether people just didn't like us or we didn't like being around people or being around certain, spirits and entities, because certain people carry certain spirits, certain energetic frequencies that follow them, whether it's positive or whether it's negative. And if you get around this, that negative energy or positive energy can corrupt you, you know? Have you ever been around somebody that's happy, like genuinely, truly happy, and it kind of jumps off onto you? And vice versa. You ever been around somebody who's angry or mad or this, and the energy kind of jumps around the room and maybe jumps in you or jumps around different places? My old football coach, Coach Riley, he used to be a defensive coordinator or whatever. He was an ass. You know what I mean? Point blank period. Like he ruled us by fear, pretty much. Like he had us fighting each other damn near, or literally fighting each other, just to, practice. I'm talking about hitting the bags and shit like that. And you got to be on, and like, if you don't hurry up and line up a certain way, or if you make a mistake when he like fakes move like his left foot instead of his right foot to tell you to go, then, make everybody run. Just the punishment was always over the top, and it kind of shaped and molded a lot of us to be more vicious and more sadistic. Like he was the coach that told us, like, whenever you tackle somebody and the referee can't see, punch the running back in the stomach, or hit him, or you know what I mean. Like, I'm serious. Like, he would tell us that shit all the time. Like, when the person's down, you got him, hit him a little bit, but don't get caught by the referee, elbow him. Like, he told us to play dirty, honestly, and it turned us to little savages. So your environment can definitely warp your mindset. Being around a positive environment can definitely change how you feel about yourself. And you can't let people with words and even with actions try to destroy your confidence. You can't do that, man. Like, I was emailing somebody and they were telling me about their little life story, and they were just telling me like how they feel like every single way, like everywhere they want to go in life, there's a barrier. They want to get into IT, but the coding thing is just complicated. So that's another barrier for them, or another obstacle they have to, pass, Then they talk about their family situation, which isn't the best, And this person's young. Like, this person's like, what, 23, 22, something like that. And they're already, going through it with their dad, kind of going through it with their stepmom. And it's just like, damn, they kind of feel isolated. They feel like the world's just created some type of barrier around them where all they feel is some type of torture. Seriously. Like, a lot of people talk to me and we talk about real shit, And that's one thing, and this person's kind of talented too. Like, this person does little music or whatever here and there, but he does like that music for like what's those anime characters or whatever? Not like anime cartoons, but like he said he does some songs for a VTuber or some shit like that. Those fucking people that use those anime avatars and they be talking, and they got that audience or whatever. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called VTubers or V2, whatever. He does like music for like some VTube girl or something like that. But yeah, he got his own little niche. He does his own little thing. Basically, what I'm saying is, like, you believe in yourself. You know you're confident. You know where your talents lie, and you know when you're strong, and you know that certain things you survived in life, other people would have just broken down, like especially me. Just in the last month, what I've been through in the last month, most of these people who doxed me and did all that bullshit, they would have cried to their fucking mom, or they would have fucking jumped off a building. They would have ran into a train. You see it in these people's posts talking about how people are quote unquote attacking them, and they're quick to, take themselves out of here, and they haven't even been doxed yet. The people don't even like these people throw stones, but they live in a glass house, and it pisses me off that a couple of random trolls on the internet just decided to fucking, oh my God, it's like if you can just find these people in real life, right? You know, but you know, people like to say karma's real and what goes around comes around, but is that really true, right? Because some of the most evil bastards in this world, they never get what's coming to them. Never. It seems that that statement's only true to people who are powerless, people who don't have any power, people that are in economic situations that don't really, that's very hard to get out of. And then all of a sudden, all these rules and these little apertures apply. But if you're somebody that's a billionaire, you know, one of those assholes going to Diddy's party or Epstein list, those guys never really get caught like that, you know? And it goes to show you, man, you don't have to do anything to anyone or bother anybody, and something will come and attack you. You know, they call it the enemy. They say the enemy is attacking. Well, who is this enemy and why is this enemy allowed to attack? That doesn't make any sense. You know, true love, light, and righteousness is not going to allow any type of darkness or deception or wickedness or anything to corrupt your soul. The corruption of the human soul has to be one of the most wasted things ever. They talk about never waste the mind, but the mind and the soul is almost the same. You know, the mind is the soul and the soul is the mind. When you're gone, when you pass away, you'll have your thoughts and your memories, I believe. Some say you don't, you'll lose it all, but I believe your consciousness does go somewhere else. You know, where is the question? Are we truly in a free environment where there's heaven and hell, or there are multiple heavens and multiple hells, or and is this and who we're taught, you know, to believe that this is the ultimate truth and nothing's beyond this. This is the truth. Don't question it. Don't think outside the box. This is the truth that that you happen to find out of the billions of people around the world. You know, it's very interesting how humans can align themselves and affiliate themselves with certain things, and they put their whole type of existence around it, and it defines them. Like some people, they do, you know, motocross racing or something like that, and that defines them. Some people go ice fishing, that defines them. Some people go fucking skydiving, that defines them. But whatever defines you, man, whatever talent that you have to understand that that's something that you have to cultivate on your own. And don't expect any help. Don't expect people to care. Don't expect people to give a fuck. You know, some of the most powerful people in history never got what was coming to them. You did have your Emperor Caligulas and your Neros and stuff like that, but look at the people in position of power right now. Look at your Donald Trumps, you know, which is, we already know is Illuminati puppet, but still, look at, you know, look at all the despair that's going on in the world. Look at all the things that are put in position to make everybody be in opposition. Like, things are put in position to make everybody in opposition, you know, so everybody's a damn op. Everybody's fighting for the scraps on the table, and people are going to try to say certain things about you to put you in a box and to define you. You can't be defined, man. At least if you're a creator or a creative person. Don't let nobody define your destiny. Don't let nobody define your situation you're in. The situation you're in, no matter how poor you are, man, no matter how much money you do or don't have, you may have a skill or talent you're slowly cultivating. You see, that's the problem with this world, is that things that are great take a long time to escalate. They take a long time to elevate. It's like cooking a stew in a pot. It takes a while before the meal is finally ready and it's finally cooked and it's fully prepared, and then you can finally eat it. And it's the same thing with developing your skills, talents, and attributes, and also being around the right people. When you're around the right people, man, you're going to see great things happen in your life. Watch. Get around people who think like you. Get around people who can make moves in certain industries, and watch how fast you go from being a zero to a hero, you know? Or maybe just chilling to a villain.